Hi,
Okay.
welcome to our service dog team task training Zoom. We decided to take a break from our typical going over our foundations tonight to do a little bit of a do-it-yourself night with some different resources that various people have come up with as far as things that they've done and made at home in order to help do some of the tasks that we do with tugging. And so I know that Cindy has a simple thing that she has created with any kind of tug that you already have. Like this is helping you to attach it to your doors. So Cindy, let's go ahead and show us that new resource.
Okay, so basically what it is, what the finished product will look like before it goes on the door is this. And what it is this thick piece goes across the door handle,
Oh,
and the Velcro tabs here Velcro it in place so it doesn't get tugged off, and you attach a tug to this ring. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can use a pre-made tug that you already purchased at the store, because you can get tugs at Dollar Tree and PetSmart, and other other places where they have inexpensive tugs. The ring was this happens to be one I had at home. It's a little on the small side. Our resource that we have, there's a write up in our resources on Patreon about how to do this, and then this is double-sided Velcro. So it's one piece of Velcro, but it's got both pieces, both the hooks and the loops on it. It and then inside this, so the tube that I have, this is tubular webbing, and this particular piece, the cheapest way to buy it, most effective way to buy it for me was to buy sleeves that go on um, tie down, like motorcycle tie down straps. They're about 2 inches wide, and they're because they don't make anything where you can just put the sleeve and the Velcro on. You need a spacer in it. So we have our spacer is a piece of pipe tubing or pipe insulation. And this is really inexpensive. You can buy it at Amazon, or you can buy it on the at the hardware store. And it basically it's got a pre-made slit in it, and it's so that you can wrap it around a piece of pipe. So all you're
it's
using
kind
this
of like
for,
a pool noodle, only it is
smaller,
usually
smaller,
narrower. It comes in a couple of different diameters. But
right? So
it's that pool
probably,
noodle texture, only stronger and smaller.
and you don't want it, it doesn't necessarily have to be stronger, it just needs to be smaller so it will go inside here. And the idea is so you don't have like a toilet paper roll hanging on your doorknob. um, but this way, and I'm sorry it's black so it makes it harder to see, but it actually helps out. You can get it, there's few, it doesn't come in as many colors as regular webbing does. So the idea is you put this on your, say my finger is the lever, you put this on, and the knob is right here. So you put this on the lever, and then you put your tug toy, and the dog can pull down and back on the door so that we'll pull the lever down so it can undo, the dog can undo the latch. The reason you have the Velcro here is so that you can secure this thing to the shaft of the doorknob so that it will stay in place when the dog, so this will stay in place, and the dog, and when the dog tugs, and it won't pull it off the doorknob. So that's the first part.
Nice.
We are upgrading, I am upgrading these to plastic rings when the plastic rings arrive, thanks to Julie. And Julie will be getting some of these. But it's real simple. It's no sew. You take a strip of Velcro, you put you put the loop
And if you
on
didn't
it.
have a strip of Velcro, you
You can use
could use paracord there as well.
paracord
Yep.
there, or string, or whatever.
String, rope,
So
even an old shoelace. anything like that.
It's about looking for resources you have at home. If you don't want to buy this kind of webbing tubing, you could make, if you sew or knit, you could make a tube to put over the space, to put over the doorknob. Same principle. The other thing is that the because it'll be snug, it's not, this isn't going to want to pull as much. So that's the first part. What we do is then we take a tug toy and we clip it on, we can either clip it or make it on the actual ring and attach the, it depends if you want to be able to remove the tug toy or not, and attach it to the ring so that, and have it so the dog can pull on that, so the dog has something to pull on. And we will, this particular, this is a braid I do, but we're playing with paracord. You can do a simple braid like with 3 strands or 6 strands. You can do macrame. This is a circular braid. I'm probably going to undo it and do something
And we'll do
different.
that in just a little bit.
And we'll do that in just a little
But
bit. But the idea
put any
is,
kind of tug toy on there, anything that you
yeah,
have,
any
no
kind of,
matter what your
the
dog
idea
loves.
is the dog has something to grab that they can put in their mouth and pull on and move the lever around. So the idea, and it's to give us something that is removable, usable, functional, and we can use with our, if you rent, you don't have to worry about having to get a, make a special request for a modification, because the door levers are all supposed to be the lever types knobs instead of knobs. So this is just an idea. So if you're going to use your, if you're going to do a tug task to open or close the door, this is a good way to have them so they can open the door if there's a door latch they need to open. So that's,
I love that the tug is interchangeable because when you're starting out, you could put a more thicker, like dog toy tug that your dog already has and loves on
right.
the
You can,
door. And then as they
or
get used to it, maybe we don't want that big bulky tug hanging there all the time.
you can
So
take it
then as
if it's
they get used to it, we can switch to something smaller like paracord.
right, and if it's on something like a carabiner or a snap or something, and it doesn't have to be a carabiner. It happened to be what I had handy. If it's on, if you make a tug, if you make a paracord tug, which we're going to do in a little bit, but if you make one, then if it's on a snap, you can take it on or off. So like if you have a time when you don't want your dog open, like if it's on the front door and you know that you don't want your dog opening the front door at midnight, you can, and don't use your deadbolt for some reason, you can take the tug off, or if you don't want them opening your bedroom door in the middle of the night, you can take the tug off, and that's the purpose of having the tug on some sort of carabiner or snap. Um, the other nice
If
thing
you
about,
were going to leave the tug on there long term,
you could,
then you could just do your paracord right on the ring.
and I
The
have
nice
one
thing about
on
the
the ring.
Velcro is if you wanted to, then if you wanted to then change out the tug after a year or so, you just wanted fresh paracord or something, you can easily
Or,
take it off the tab and undo the Velcro and take the ring off and slide it ring that's on a new
or,
piece of paracord on there. So,
or
I
just
mean, it's
assuming,
still flexible.
right, and assuming your dog has saliva in their mouth, they do periodically are going to need some washing. So in theory, you could potentially just take it off and wash it, whether it's one way or the other. If it's on this carabiner, it's much easier to take off. The other thing is while you're braiding it, you have something to clip on, because often you need something to snap onto to give it some tension.